morning, Dragons! I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the News of Camelot. Today's Thursday, February 4th, 2021, and Flame, before I get going, learn a little bit more about your buddy, let's take a moment to pause, put our hand on our heart, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now pause for the moment of silence. Thanks, Dragons, and Flame, the sun is going to rise today at 7:12 in the morning, and it's going to set at 5:34. That's a little bit more sunlight, Flame, which is super great for us. And it's Thursday, so it's Friend of Flame Day. And who remembers, Dragons, what Friend of Flame we highlighted last week? Do you remember? Flame remembers. That's right, it was the white-tailed deer. And we're still on our series of animals, starting with a small Friend of Flame. And these animals are growing in size. And yet last week was white-tailed deer. And today, a family member of the white-tailed deer, we're going to highlight the moose. And the moose is a really athletic and really large Friend of Flame that lives in certain spots in the world, and it needs to live in these certain spots based on its very thick fur. So that's important. So that's a clue on some of our trivia questions that we're going to have. In fact, Flame, why don't we just get to the trivia questions and see if any of the Dragons know a little bit about moose before we get into some of our more fun and enjoyable facts. Now, we said that they are family members of deer. They're the largest of the deer family. So what do you think, Dragons? Do you think they are herbivores, which means they eat only plants? Do you think they are carnivores, which means they eat only meat? Or do you think they are omnivores, which means they eat both plants and meat? Yeah, that's right, Flame. They are herbivores. They eat only plants. They do not go on the hunt. Now, with all of the world's population of moose, do you think we are least concerned about their population, which means there are a lot of them? Do you think that they are threatened, which means that they are declining in numbers? Or do you think they are endangered, which means that they are close to not having any more moose left? What do you think, Flame? That's right, we are least concerned, but they are on the attack. They are on the attack, which we will get to. So we're least concerned about moose. Now, of these three continents, Dragons, you see these three continents right here? Where do we find moose? And I'll tell you that we find them in the United States, and we find them in Canada, so that's North America. But which of these three continents do you find moose also? Do you find them in Asia? Do you find them in Africa? Or do you find them in Antarctica? What do you think? Ooh, I got you, Flame. I got them. All right, so Dragons, you find them in Asia. And Asia is a very cold part. There are very cold parts to Asia where it's north. You also find them in Europe, but you do not find them in Antarctica or Africa. But that was really interesting. All right, Dragons, what do you think? Moose. Are they predators, which means they are on the hunt? Are they prey, which means they are hunted? Or are they both? Do they hunt and are hunted? So we had said, that's right, Flame, very good. Excellent. They are herbivores, so they are prey. They are prey. They do not hunt, but they are attacked. Now watch this. We're going to change it up a little bit on you, Dragons. Ready? The two main predators of moose. So the two main predators of moose are blank and blank. The two main predators. So think about this. They live in cold climates. It's not humans. These are animals. Okay, what do you think? Do you have one? Okay, Flame got one. One of them is wolves. And then the other is, yeah, I think I stumped you on this one, is bears. One of them is wolves, one of them is bears. And the fun fact here is that moose defend themselves if they have to. So bears And wolves in particular, when they attack moose, they can't go by themselves because they will lose that battle. Moose have their big antlers and they have sharp hooves, and they can get very protective, especially if they think that a bear or a wolf is attacking one of their young ones, right? So that's really important. Now, moose dragons are very peaceful animals, though. They are, like we said, they are herbivores, but they don't want to bother anyone. They live in these very cold climates. It's actually the official state animal of Maine. So they live around the Maine and Minnesota and in Montana area, all around Canada. Here's a cool map of where moose are found in the world. And moose dragons, just like deer, are very athletic. They are excellent swimmers. They can swim very long distances and can actually be underwater for about 30 seconds. And they can run about 35 miles an hour. Next time you're in your car and you see the car go 35 miles an hour, think, wow, moose can go this fast? That's pretty impressive. And they are humongous. Flame spots them very easily when he's swooping down. They are one of the largest mammals in all of North America. And they are humongous, which is kind of fun. They are peaceful, but they are still big in stature. So the moose, a member of the deer family, and we'll conclude this series of the size that grows in Flame's friends next week with a very special friend. Da-da-da! It's time for the birthday box. All right, Flame, what do we see we have today? All right, we've got, all right, check this out, Flame. We have Gianna Chabur in first grade. Happy birthday, Gianna. We have Tejashwi Sabeti. Tejashwi, happy birthday in third grade. And Vuk Vujovic in second grade. Happy birthday, Vuk. Trio of dragons. That's super fun. All right, and the mail. Let's see what we have in the mail. All right, we've got, it's from yesterday's report, Flame. It says, Dear Flame, I think the first set of footprints are a dog, and I think the second pair of footprints are from a human. Ooh, what do you think? From Muhammad Fazli. So remember when we were getting the weather report from Miss Hutzel? So Muhammad thinks that the first set of footprints are a dog and that the second are a human. We'll have to check with Miss Hutzel. I think I know what the first one is. Might be a clue, and I think I even know what the second one is. Finally, dragons, we have a little bit of homework for you. I know, it's okay. It's not a lot of homework, but we would like to write to Flame to see how you're doing. Not only tell us maybe some examples of integrity, but let's go back to moose. If you have more than one moose, that's called having moose, right? So the plural of moose is moose. You don't say mooses or moosey, you say moose. What other animals have the same word when they are in a plural form, right? So I'm going to take one away. I'm going to take one of the answers for you. So fish, right? If you have more than one fish, you have fish, right? And when we eat tasty fish, we might say one fish. We could say multiple fish. So write, Flame, and see if you know any animals that have a plural, that have the same word as its singular version. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear how things are going during your week. If you've had some fun in the snow, if you showed integrity, whatever it is, write Flame, and we will report on it later this week. So, on behalf of Flame, I'm Mr. Salerno. We hope you have an awesome Thursday today, dragons, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.